Hello everyone, I'm Tuğçe and today we are gonna try something different together. First, I want to talk about this painting. I actually made it on the 300 grams looking at my reference. I have this pack of reference and a pack of coloring pages of portraits, female portraits, on my Etsy shop. You can take a look at it. I'm leaving the link below. I actually start to apply some educational stuffs and like some training pages, study pages on my Etsy shop for people who likes digital or traditional art, focusing on the female portraits. I'm gonna talk about it a bit more on the rest of the video, but let's focus on the material I'm gonna use. This is the first time I'm using such a material. Those were gifts from one of my followers. This is not a sponsor video. I'm just gonna share my honest opinion with you. But it has a very sweet story that I wanna tell you a bit later. And this is actually a set of water-soluble pastels. It's my first time using those. They are water-diluted, so you can actually use them like a watercolor. This is my first trial since middle school. I didn't touch any pastel paint, so bear with me. It might end up like looking so shitty, but I think it's gonna be fine. I'm gonna mix like watercolor techniques with the pastel, which I'm not very familiar with the techniques, but I'm gonna try my best. I just thought it will be safe to start with the lightest color. I actually add some white on the areas that I don't want other colors to interfere much, where the lights reflect the most, and then I'm adding skin tone slowly. I believe once I add like some water on it, it's gonna dilute, so I'm just applying this color where the skin tone is more like clear and obvious. I'm really counting on the water part, like to mix it together. I think we will see all together how it's gonna end up. I just decided to add this orange, even it's so bright for my usual skin tone. I'm just adding in the areas that where the shadow appear the most, where the skin color should look darker, and hoping that the water gonna fix it. And here I am. Wow, okay. This actually looks like watercolor. Wow, it's mixing very well. I'm surprised because one is water-based, other is oil-based, but they are mixing well on top of each other. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. I'm surprised too. I don't know what I was doing, and I'm just like, okay, this seems to work. I'm happy now. I can actually end up having something nice. I'm just enjoying the journey anyway. It's always nice to have a little challenge. And look at it, like it's really mixing like watercolor. Woohoo! Tuğçe is happy now. Okay, I think I'm gonna go like layer by layer, add other colors and just mix it with water to be sure that I look like I know what I'm doing, even though I don't. But I really like how it's mixing. It's really similar to watercolor, which I feel way more comfortable now because, you know, it's my comfort zone. So what can I say? I can't go so far away from my comfort zone. I'm still pushing the limits a bit, but not that much. I decide like I think I need some darker shades, but I should wait. I should not hurry. I should just apply the skin base color first because the shadows mostly, if I don't mess it up, mostly make it look nicer. So I should have at least a nice base color before going for shades. I mostly leave the eyes in the end because, you know, eyes just make it look nicer. So if it's looking okay without the eyes, it's just gonna look wow after the eye. But here it wasn't really looking okay, so I decided like, okay, let's at least at the base of the eye so I can have an opinion that if it's gonna be a nice painting or not nice painting, but a bit so it can motivate me to move forward because at the moment I'm not so sure like if I'm liking it. Anyway, I'm starting to add some blush because this is my signature move. Whenever I do portraits, you know, I'm adding blush, so I have to do it here too to feel more comfortable with what I'm doing or where I'm heading. Okay, it already looks better. I already like it way more. Wow, I actually like how it mixes. It looks so nice. I'm gonna try something different, something new. It's the only thing that I can't mix the colors in advance like I do on the watercolor. It's a bit bummer for me, so I have to do the mixing on the paper. But it's kind of surprising though. Like, I wonder how it would look if I add like dark, like cool shades like blue or green and mix it on the paper. But I'm not gonna risk it at the moment. I wanna play safe on this first trial. Probably on the next one I'm gonna do some more experimental things and I can share it with you if you're interested. Like I'm gonna mix a couple of colors to get the right shade that I want. I'm using this red color to add some blush, and the same color I'm gonna use on the lips too. When I add blush, I mostly feel like the painting is becoming more realistic, and that's kind of my style. I always do it when I color the portraits. I'm applying a bit darker red on the upper lip because the upper lip reflects less light compared to the lower lip, so leaving the lower lip a bit more brighter. And it depends the light source and the angle of the face, but in this case, like, that's how it's supposed to be. And I'm actually carrying out this red color around other parts of the face because, like, if you use very sharp red on the lips, it might stand out way too much, so I don't like it. I like it more faded, more like united. So I'm using the same lip color around the face on different places, a bit lighter. So it looks more united, it looks more natural altogether. I actually use the red on the areas that I'm gonna add shadows later, but I'm definitely gonna go for like brown color or even for black to add like darker shades. Here I'm adding the brown because I wasn't sure what I was doing, if this painting gonna end up being okay. As long as I don't add these shadows, the dark shades, I'm never really sure. That's my way to go. Once I add the brown and diluted it with the water, it started to feel a bit better because like every step I'm applying, I'm still not sure like what the hell I'm doing, how it's gonna turn out. But so far, it's not as bad as I thought, but I'm still using so much blush, way more blush red shades than I will use on the watercolor, because it makes it look a bit more charming in my opinion. And the skin color is not really sitting well with me yet because I mostly use like quite nude, but this is way too orange for me, and I'm trying to like bring the attention to somewhere else so we don't focus on the skin color. That's what I'm trying to do actually. That's a little trick that I was doing since the beginning. Here, like, as you can see, like I'm jumping from one side to another side because I'm like, where should I fix it? Where should I focus to make it actually look nicer? It's still okay, but like it's still missing some touch. Like even like I'm using the pastel effect with the watercolor, I feel like they need to combine more, and I can only do it with the color balance. Like the color need to in a harmony all together, and I feel like they are not there yet because they are too bright. Like I normally never use that much bright colors. I always use so many water to dilute my watercolor so I don't actually see the actual color there, and or I add so much like black or white in the mixture, so I'm like fading the shades. But here I cannot do it, so I'm just doing layer, another layer, so I'm actually mixing the colors on the paper. Let me tell you about the models just a little bit. I recently started to upload some like educational stuffs and like the thing that I think can help to people who start drawing on digital or on traditional way. So this is one of my reference photo that I actually digitally hand drawn on my iPad and uploaded on Etsy. So there's like set of 10 portraits. Looks like this one and like similar to that one. If you like painting portraits, you can check it out. You can download it, either print it on a paper and color it traditionally, or you can download it on your iPad and color it digitally. They are PNG, so the background is like transparent, so you can just use the drawings as a guide and color it as you wish. That can be an amazing practice if you want to get into like portrait coloring or digital coloring. Anyway, I couldn't stand anymore. I have to apply some black. So I'm using this pen that I don't know where did I get it, but I love it so much because I think that it looks like a charcoal pen, but when you mix it with water, it's just diluting amazingly. It's become like a watercolor. So you don't actually see like really pen effect there, but it's still there. It's way easier to control than a watercolor because when I use watercolor with very thin brush, it's mostly either making some funny things on the paper, getting out of control, or like the water just running out so fast. So I have to dip in the color non-stop, and it's become so annoying. With this pen, I'm way more comfortable if I'm applying like pure blacks. This is my way to go. Either you can apply like water on the paper and like apply the pen on it so it dilutes it directly, or you can use the pen and like add water on it later and like just give the effect that where you need it the most. It's perfect way to shade portraits. It has very unique effect though. Like I don't use it on my all portraits. It's taking over the portrait a bit. But here I really needed like some thick looking black color as it's not on the set. this is like saving my life actually. It starts to look way, way better. It's giving some like this 3D realistic looks, especially around the eyes, you know, where you see the sharp reflection of the light. So to make it sharper, you have to use the whites and the black side to side to have like higher contrast, so it's gonna look even more realistic. This pen literally saved my life. On the hair too, like I was applying so much brown, but when you actually mix it with color, it's even fading more, and this brown is not as dark as I like it to be. So adding the black around it and like mixing it together with the brown, it made it look way nicer. I'm starting to feel a bit more comfortable now. I actually don't know how far I'm gonna go with the hair, if I should like color the entire hair or just leave it. Mostly to leave it like this is the better option. I can't decide, so I'm just gonna focus on the lips first. I'm gonna add some like darker shade on the lips. I made little mistakes. She turned out to have a mustache almost. Like I hate doing like upper lips because a little mistake can actually ruin it easily. Like mine almost did. I can still like save it. It's gonna be okay. I think it's gonna be okay. Like the moment I messed up with the lips, I'm moving on the hair. You see, like whenever there's a mistake, I'm like, oops, switch to the other side. I'm gonna play with the other side first. I'm gonna come back to there, because if I just focus on the lips and try to fix it, I know I'm gonna ruin it. Like you gotta give it some time. So at least for me, I really gotta give it some time, little break, and get back to it to see like where's the mistake and how to fix it more clearly. When you just focus on one area way too long, your eyes just like can't see it anymore, cannot detect the like solution and the mistakes. So I ended up adding some more hair outlines actually. Like I just wanted to give the overall shape on it, but then I'm not gonna color the whole thing. Most probably that's the idea. And now I'm ready to go back to lip and add some shades around it. I'm just gonna like focus on the other areas and not touch the like mustache area, so the eye actually will not see it. If you touch there, you're gonna play with it more and probably you're gonna end up ruining it because you can't really save it. So it's better to focus on the other areas around to make more, like add some more details on the other areas, so the eye's actually not gonna focus on the mistake one, but to focus on the detailed parts. I think we are good to go. This turned out way nicer than I thought it would. I was very stressed, as you could understand, and I ended up leaving the pastel effect and the watercolor effect together, and it combined well. Thanks for being here and witnessing my journey with this new product. I'll see you guys very soon on a new video. Bye!